My name is Barbara Ellen Pope, and I'm going to tell you about my life. Okay? So I've got some stories about a couple of different places, but I'll tell you about those later. I was born in Pensacola. That's Pensacola, Florida. Before I was married, I was Barbara Eileen Olin. It's Barbara Eileen Olin. So while I was growing up, we traveled a lot. Like I said, I was born in Pensacola, and then I grew up when I was around. I don't remember how old I was, um, but we lived in a lot of different places. Uh, when I was baby, like one or two, we moved to San Francisco. We moved, and then we moved to Virginia. And then we moved to where my family lived. Um, but when I was first born, for a while, my parents did not know that I was deaf. Uh, my mom noticed that I was acting different from the other kids. Um, that I didn't hear when she called. So we went to the doctor, and he ran some tests on me. So he had me sit there, and back then I had this big curly hair. And the doctor stood behind me, and I was not allowed to look at him. I had to stare right ahead. Later, he came around and said my name. He got closer, and I still couldn't hear him. He kept getting closer, 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 closer. And then finally, when he was right behind me, I turned around and looked at him. So they figured out that I was deaf. Um, I grew up oral. I did not learn sign language, no sign language at all. It was totally oral. I was taught oral, everything. And then when I was 5, we went to New York. And we were supposed to get on this boat. But I got sick. I had a fever. Yeah, yeah, that's right. I was 5. So after I recovered, we got on this boat and went to Germany. We moved out there, and we lived there for about a year. Um, so of course, my mom would try to get my attention, call my name, but I'm deaf. I couldn't hear her. So we had a dog, Butch, and when she would call me, she would send Butch over, and he would come circle around my leg. So that way I knew that I was being called, that my mom wanted me, and he would lead me over to her. He was a really cute dog. I liked him. He had brown hair. He was really, really cute. So I talked. I was oral the whole time. And how they did this was that I would write all the words and letters. So while my mom was busy with something, she would practice with me with words and letters.